Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. Our first blind item is about Ariana Grande and her boyfriend, Ethan Slater. It reads, allegedly, this bubble-driving diva has been slowly trying to break off her relationship with a specific sponge. Throwback to him playing SpongeBob on Broadway. They continue, but she's having a hard time because of a long promo run for a new movie. It is starting any day now. Her team wants her to hold out on the breakup, but stress has triggered her eating disorder. Oh, we're getting dark real quick. Eating disorder to be even worse. Her team wants her to wait until after the movie promo ends, but the singer already has her eyes somewhere else. One thing about Ariana Grande is that she does not play about her boyfriend or anyone else's boyfriend. If she wants him, she'll get him. This comment reads, clearly Ariana is regretting her relationship with Ethan Slater, who looks just like her brother, which is like so awkward. I can never unsee that, especially when I see him at the gym. I'm like, oh, is it Ethan or is, never mind. Let's move on. There's not enough therapy for this situation. She does love to steal men away from other women, but she does not love being stuck with them after she won. Now that's an interesting perspective. It's like Ariana likes the chase, but she doesn't like the victory. She likes the, working her way into, I guess, ruining a relationship and getting the man. Another person commented, this triggered her ED? Could she eat any less? Although her reputation with every dude she comes across suggests that she swallows more sausage than we realize. We need to chill when it comes down to that, especially the body things. You never really know what anyone's going through, and I would be lying if I said I was not truly concerned about Ariana when I saw her new look, her Glenda version. This person quotes the blind item, the singer already has her eyes elsewhere. They confirm, of course she does. Dusty writes, I've heard that one of Ariana's quirks is that she likes to be carried like a baby instead of walking, and Ethan Slater looks too small to do that. That's a interesting quirk. Like, can you imagine your partner like having to carry you around all the time like this? I mean, I don't even know how tall Ariana's pretty small, but yeah, Ethan Slater's way too tiny to be carrying her around 24/7. Another comment reads, since when did she shy away from an affair? Which is true. I mean, if she's got her eyes elsewhere, I don't know why she wouldn't just go and do what she wants. I mean, I guess it's because of the Wicked movie, and last year they were able to avoid some of the drama with Ethan Slater leaving his newborn baby and his high school sweetheart. I just don't know if they believe in themselves of, being able to do that again, being able to flip the script and have everyone focus on Wicked instead of the wickedness going on behind the scenes. One person asked, she has her eyes on Paul Mescal, right? She loves a taken man. Regardless, I really hope she does get the help she needs for her health before it spirals even worse. Now we are going to start seeing a lot more promo for Wicked, and I'm questioning whether Ariana and Cynthia are going to put on the show they did last cycle. Last year's Wicked was a massive hit. It grossed $756 million at the box office, so they need this one to be as successful. But I must admit, I wouldn't be surprised if Ariana is worried about this next cycle of promo, because people are going to be even more interested in her relationship with Ethan. Are they going to break up, or are they going to be engaged? Is she going to be crying with Cynthia out of joy or crying because of a breakup?
Why does Ethan Slater resist getting close to Ariana Grande? It definitely has nothing to do with her armpit. Ethan has rejected Ariana multiple times. At the SAG Awards dinner, Ariana placed her arm on Ethan's shoulder, trying to get closer, but Ethan, chewing food, refused to lean toward her. Before Ariana went up to receive her award, she tried to kiss Ethan, but he immediately turned away with a look of disdain. At the Critics' Choice Awards, Ethan's even caught looking annoyed with Ariana. While promoting Wicked, Ethan even let go of Ariana's hand, and Ariana immediately turned back to grab it. All of this is very confusing, but actually, Ariana's way of walking reveals everything. Since last year, she often walks with small steps, and has a very innocent expression. Ethan holds her hand like she's his child. But when they were in a relationship, Ariana had a more mature, confident image. She used to wear red lipstick and sport a high ponytail. Perhaps Ethan finds it difficult to accept her transformation. Another possibility is that they both carry the weight of cheating rumor. However, if Ethan's unhappy, why does he still stay by Ariana's side all the time?
Have you ever been in a serious accident that changed everything? It's like a nightmare. One moment you're minding your own business, and the next you're in pain, you're confused, and trying to figure out how you're gonna deal with the amount of medical bills. And insurance, I mean, that could be a nightmare on its own. That is when I found out about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And trust me, they don't play around with lowball offers. They recently won $12 million in Florida and another $26 million in Philadelphia for crash victims. That is 34 to 40 times higher than what insurance companies originally tried to pay. And here's the best part, you don't pay a dime unless they win your case. So it is literally risk-free to go and file a claim. So whether you've been hurt in an accident or at work or just simply walking down the street, your case could be worth millions and you might
might not even know it yet. You can start your claim right now at forthepeople.com/Sloan, or you can just scan the QR code on the screen with your phone's camera. Thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this video, and enjoy.
Let's talk about Blake Lively. This blind item reads, this A-list actress had to pay people to attend a recent event that she held for one of her products. Now that is a wild statement because I live in Los Angeles. There's a bunch of free events and brand things. And you know what? I would love to go to any free event. Seriously, if anyone wants to invite me to any free event, SloanWellKnown@gmail.com, I will be there. And most influencer type people, anyone who wants to get like some free products would be. So to go and have to go and pay people to attend an event that like people are just typically dying to go to is next level. One person wrote, Blake Lively, ouch, that's gotta hurt. Another person added, to have to pay folks to attend your event is giving, please like me, really like me. One person questions, Blake Lively doesn't even drink, but wants to sell booze. She's not liked at all by the general public, so I don't know why she's trying to be a mogul. I mean, unlike Kim Kardashian, Kim is definitely more liked than Blake Lively is. And you know what? I must admit, I like the Skimberly underwears. They're soft. I'm not, I feel everything's soft and it's nice. It's stretchy. But when it comes down to Blake Lively, I don't want to use her hair product because I actually like that my hair is not crusty blonde anymore. Let's avoid that. And secondly, I hate when someone tries to like market on something, especially a drug, whether it be drinking or smoking weed or anything, but they don't actually participate. It just seems so phony. J-Lo did the same thing with her, like, what was it, like Moscato or some rosé, but she doesn't even drink that shit, so why would I buy it from her? This comment reads that Blake is coming across as an absolutely deluded woman. Now, I love how this article is trying to frame it like Blake is on a victory tour because of the defamation part thrown out in the lawsuit, which is a win for her, but you know what? The battle's not over, baby. Blake Lively was full of joy, telling fans how proud she was of her company and revealed it in a meeting with fans. It looks like it was held at the Maxwell Social House in New York City. Wow. Comment below if you've been to that social house before. I just don't like that you have to pay a yearly fee to be in these places. Like, I already have to pay for the drinks and the food. Now I gotta pay for a ticket to be here. But remember, these attendees didn't have to pay. They were allegedly paid. She was quoted saying, we spent so much time on every single flavor, genuinely. They really are recipes in my home, something that we make over and over again. Here's a clip of this event that Blake Lively hosted, and it's giving desperate.
We've just launched our vodka iced teas. One is Meyer Lemonade, one is passion fruit, and they really are from recipes in my home, something that we make over and over again. And the way that we know it's right is that if I can make it and then we try the canned version and you do a blind taste test and you can't tell the difference, then that's when it's great. And it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of rounds and a lot of people, many of whom are in this room, to make it that great. We don't use any artificial anything. It's all real fruit. And because we care about when we're drinking it. We care about we have our packaging is sustainable and it's so pretty. You can reuse it as faces or put, I don't know. I remember saying that they can put Q-tips or paper clips in there. They're like, nobody's gonna do that. And then week one when we launched, all these people were posting flower vases, and I was like, see, you can't underestimate us millennials. And Gen Z is even more crafty.
But you gotta remember, she doesn't drink. She's a goody two shoes, but she wants you to give her money. You know, when your abusers abuse you and your harassers harass you, and you're done. Yeah, she wants you to glug glug whoo. Yeah, she wants you to buy liquor. What? You guys thought she was about to what? Go out here and do women's marches and work at soup kitchens and work at women shelters? That's what you thought she was about to do? No, she wants you to buy her liquor.
Now, whatever Blake is trying to sell, which Blake, you could keep that, the comments are not buying it. This comment reads, I just know that Blake and Meghan Markle could be best friends. Well, they do both live in a deluded reality, like in full delusion. So I get to see them going back and forth at each other, like constantly talking about themselves. Like Meghan will be like, oh, I married a prince. Blake will be like, well, I married Ryan Reynolds, who has more money than a prince. And then Meghan would try to show her up. Like, I got my man to leave a royal family. And then I guess Blake Lively, got Ryan to leave his reputation behind. This comment reads, I'll never buy anything affiliated with Blake Lively or Ryan Reynolds. Another person questioned, why is Blake acting like this is some cure for cancer? And then finally, this person writes, she should be studied. She lies way too easily. Now, Justin is still waiting for his day in court where he can, quote, speak out to tell the truth, which will be in March 2026. You guys know we will still be around pumping out content, covering all of it when it happens. The question question is, will you be here in March 2026? Actually, you know what? I think I know the answer. I believe we'll all still be here, right? Why? March is not even that far away, but it sounds so much further. I can't believe we're in June. Brian Friedman says in response to this win on Blake Lively's side is to look at the facts, look at what's been shown, look at the receipts, and look at the video. Brian told the outlets that he is going to prove that Blake Lively made false claims and that she's always been doing this, in addition to getting damages. So hopefully Justin Baldoni won't even have to, like, I mean, according to Brian, won't even have to pay his lawyer or pay anything because it will all be coming from Blake. Brian said that he's hoping that Blake Lively doesn't drop her lawsuit because she's on a false victory tour right now and she's afraid of the truth, which if she did drop it, I wonder if we just won't have a trial at all. Let's talk about Kanye West and 50 Cent's baby mama, Daphne Joy, and this Diddy trial. This blind item reads, so there was a freak off when the rapper and his wife got to New York City last night. Did Jane attend again? Holy crap. I mean, we all saw that Kanye and Bianca attended like Diddy's trial, but could you imagine if they had their own freak off later that day, like in honor? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because Kanye West is so freaky deaky, he would do that. This comment reads, so Kanye's the collaborator, not Jay-Z, which I would say, you know, hold up, not too fast. I think they're all involved, especially that one video, the creepy video of Jay-Z walking into like a hotel room and you can see there's a bunch of young girls in the background wearing like some pleaser heels, something that young girls should not be wearing. And I don't know why a married man would be there.
So you see how we do it here on Saturday. This is what it's about to be.
This comment reads, he can't stand Diddy getting all of the attention on his perversion. He's got to get in there and get some paparazzi action, which that's probably so true. He's just so hungry for attention that he needs to be there. It's like when he went to the Grammys, he wasn't invited to go to the Grammys, but he went there and got the most attention because he made his wife strip naked. It does seem like 50 Cent and Kanye are getting into it, and he launches a shock 3-word insult at Kanye West's wife, Bianca. Before I reveal to you guys what 50 Cent called Bianca, here's a clip of Kanye arriving to the courthouse. Well, 50 Cent decided to post an Instagram picture and he wrote in the caption, we are wearing white in honor of the FOs, the freak-offs. Damn, Kanye, you should have brought your dirty little wife with that Grammys outfit. Kanye did arrive to the courtroom, but he was not approved on the attendee list for the day and was instructed to watch the proceedings from a closed circuit video feed in the courtroom. So not actually in there. Also, they didn't want like the jury to see Kanye West and to be intimidated by him. 50 Cent's Instagram jab comes shortly after he fired back after a podcast host floated the idea that his ex Daphne Joy, who Daphne is also had been with the Diddy, was previously with the 50 Cent. They actually share a baby together, but this podcast host has insinuated that Daphne Joy is actually Jane Doe, who's currently in the courtroom, which most people are saying this, but technically her identity is protected under the Jane Doe like anonymous pseudonym, so we don't know for sure if it's her, but we're 99% sure.
50, you had a baby with this girl who also, and why are all these rappers messing with the same girls? She was with Jason Derulo. This was Puff. And then the girl, Lori Harvey, was like Puff and his dad. It's like, why? And by the way, I guess the girls are in the circle, but like, y'all can't bring no new chicks in. You know what I think it is too, bro? It's like, I feel like people are weird. People have this thing where it's like, damn, bro, I want to take his so I can feel like I'm better than him.
Qualify.
I say that. Mostly, I say that every time. They qualify themselves. So I might think he a little, but if he think 50 Cent a big, how do I get to the big level? Baby mama. Yeah. Narrowed big too. Crazy. That's how as stupid as it is, that's how
Our next blind item is about Jojo Siwa and Chris Hughes, and this is wild. At this point, the former teen reality star turned adult celebrity should just do PORN. What? Can you imagine Jojo Siwa doing that with her reality star lover because they are one step removed from it? This comment reads, everything I've learned about Jojo Siwa has been against my will. Now, there has been some drama going on in Jojo's life, which when isn't there drama? But this headline reads that Jojo postpones all US tour dates as she teases Europe shows after being dropped by her record label. I thought Jojo Siwa was the creator of gay pop, who is now like I guess, bisexual or queer, whatever they are currently identifying as. But how are you going to be like the creator of gay pop and then dropped by your own record label? That's like an artist's worst nightmare. Columbia was her record label who ended up dropping her. She said online, "I've got some news that breaks my heart, that her US tour has to be postponed." You guys may remember she was selling like a dream guest VIP package where you could get to the arena or the venue before and actually set up everything with her. It's literally like $1,000 and you go there early and you have to set up the speakers, the stage, the electronics, and essentially Jojo Siwa is having you pay her for you to go to work.
All the king's horses and all the king's men could not get Jojo Siwa back out on tour again, at least not in the US, where she is canceling dates and I believe will end up canceling her entire tour, despite her newfound popularity in the UK. If you check Ticketmaster, you will see that as of now, some dates are canceled and some dates are still up. Orlando was canceled, and there's a lady who made a TikTok saying that Jojo disappointed her 6-year-old daughter because the daughter was told she could meet Jojo because the parents bought VIP tickets. Now, Jojo just posted this the other day, and she's mourning leaving the UK. So if she ended the tour because she had a project in the UK, such as her rumored appearance on the British Baking Show, which I don't think could take up that much time, or her rumored show with Chris, a reality show, then that's not very nice to the people who bought tickets in the US, even if there weren't that many of them. But Jojo still got the flyer for the tour up on her Instagram and really hasn't been online much today. So if the tour is canceled, then maybe it was done because of low ticket sales or some other administrative reason that made it not Jojo's decision.
Now, Jojo signed with the record company Columbia in 2024 after she released her song Karma and her Guilty Pleasure EP. It looks like right now Jojo and Chris Hughes have been in talks with ITV bosses about their own reality TV show being lined up to air on ITV2 later in the year. I've literally never heard of ITV before. Comment below if you have, like, what type of shows are on there. A source told the publication that the show is in its early stages, but ITV really thinks that they'd be amazing with their own show. Fans around the world were obsessed with their relationship, and there are so many TikTok accounts devoted to their love story. There are a lot of reasons why people don't approve of Jojo's relationship with Chris. Maybe the age gap, maybe the cheating scandal. I don't think it's the fact that she's like flipped from possibly being lesbian or gay to straight or bi or whatever. That's not the problem. The problem is his creepy big age and the fact that Jojo was cheating on their partner Kath on live television, and Kath had to watch with the rest of the world, which must have been heartbreaking. Kath said, and I think at the end of the day, the boring headline is, "I'm just heartbroken and I've gone through a really messy breakup that I didn't see coming, and I'm still in shock and picking up the pieces of my love life after that. And you know what? I'm sending you some strength and support, Kath, because I never even heard of Kath until this, so I'm sure they're really going through it. But you know what? I think there's like a silver lining here. At least you're no longer responsible for Jojo Siwa." Moving on to another blind item about Jojo Siwa, I wanted to include this one as well because it kind of references the other record label situation. This blind item reads that this former teen adult celebrity is sleeping with anyone she can to get a record deal. Well, that's news to me. I don't know why, but I don't really see like Jojo Siwa as like the sleeping around type. But, you know, for that bag, I don't know what her mom would make her do because her mom's been forcing her into the media and to be a celebrity ever since she was a young girl. So I don't know. Who's the mastermind behind all this? This comment reads, "This sounds manic to me, but what do I know?" Well, if you guys checked out the Let's Get Into It podcast yesterday, which go and check that out if you have not, go and watch it after this. We talk about this feud that Jojo Siwa and Miley Cyrus got into. Miley Cyrus decided to make some jokes about Jojo Siwa at Pride about her, you know, going back into the closet, essentially going back to being a straight person, which actually on the record, I don't even know, like, was Jojo ever even straight? Like, I feel like she grew up a lesbian and then now she's in her like straight or bi era.
Oh my God. Enjoy coming out of the closet. If this Pride is the time for you, it's Miley. I just want to tell you, have an amazing World Pride. Is it a month? It should be a year. It should be infinite. All right, I'm going back to get some more pretzels and find Jojo Siwa. Bring her back out.
Either way, Miley Cyrus is poking fun at the fact that Jojo has seemingly switched teams just in time for Pride.
Getting back scratches for the last 30 minutes.
That's a lie. No, that's such an exaggeration. It's been 5 minutes. Don't look at the marks on my back to determine how long you've been massaging me.
You got a massage.
You tried
it was almost here.
You tried to see how many scratches I had on my back to see how long I've been massaged.
I did.
Oh.
It's been at least 20 minutes.
I don't know why, but every time I see a clip of them two just hanging out with each other, I'm so uncomfortable. Jojo said, clearly you've never been around us because this isn't a publicity relationship. I won't ever speak for him, but personally, the happiness in my life right now just radiates off of me. Jojo, who had the chance to meet Chris Hughes' parents, also stated that she's very happy with Chris and that he makes her want to be a better person each day, which I kind of think about her getting pregnant because remember she wanted to have kids? Jojo has been adamant for years that she wants 3 kids. She wants Teddy, Eddie, and Freddie. And I guess now she can get them all herself because she's got a man to provide her the you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say.
What's going on with you and Jojo? My favourite topic of conversations, I don't actually mind discussing this, but she's just my favourite person. We've had so many questions from everyone about Jojo, but yeah, she's just my favourite human and somebody I can literally talk about relentlessly. I think you've had it all night, haven't you? Last night, as in the questions. Jay's had questions and answers, but yes, I miss her. My stomach was rumbling earlier, and I keep getting stomach rumbles, and that I always get that when I have separation anxiety. And right now, God, how bad's the stomach been, boys? Need a rumble in the old jungle down there, isn't there? Yeah.
Kath, Jojo Siwa's ex, did post in response to seeing all these social media clips and these interviews they've been doing, writing, people constantly trolling me and telling me to get over it. Go be obsessed with those who are screaming for the attention. They love it. They are built for it. Okay, go in, Kath. My only crime was being in a committed, loving relationship and then humiliated on a world stage. How does that make me a horrible person? I've been working so hard to hold my own every day through this, using the tools I have to weather the storm and stay sane and sit knowing that I don't need to share the truth with the world because those who actually matter in my real life know exactly what happened. It's all been so toxic and I'm at my wit's end. And we've seen the darkness these kind of scandals can create, but we never learn our lessons. Last month was Mental Health Month, and this month is Pride Month. I wish people would put themselves in someone else's shoes for the moment before indulging in this kind of online toxicity. Which honestly, Kath, why are people bothering you? I feel like, no offense, Kath, but you're kind of old news. Time to close up that chapter. We all watched it go down. Our next blind item is about Justin Bieber. Poor JB. This north of the border singer thinks he knows best when it comes to his medications. Oh, please don't go there. And what he should take and what he can combine with it. It is driving his wife insane. Now, I know we all love Google and ChatGPT and WebMD, but please go and talk to a real doctor, especially when you're mixing like medications like whatever Justin Bieber could be on. I mean, what could he be on? I don't know. Like Britney was on lithium. I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to speculate, but I would assume like maybe like a mood stabilizer, right? And I don't know if those can be mixed with things or not. I've never personally been on one before. This comment reads that Justin Bieber just celebrated his first Father's Day as a father to his 9-month-old son. Aw. So he probably thinks father knows best. SD Auntie commented that she thinks that Justin's on Special K and shrooms. Shiloh writes that his social media posts remind me of mine when I drunk post. Hush Hush commented, you can't fix crazy or stupid. She should get him in rehab and in care. Now, I don't know if you guys watched that video I posted like last week because it didn't get that many views, but Justin Bieber went off on the paparazzi and admitted to his anger issues. He wrote on social media, quote, people keep telling me to heal. Don't you think if I could have fixed myself, I would have already? I know I'm broken. I know I have anger issues. I tried to do the work my whole life to be like the people who told me I needed to be fixed like them. And it just keeps making me more tired and more angry. The harder I try to grow, the more focused on myself I am. He continued that Jesus is the only person who keeps me wanting to make my life about others, because honestly, I'm exhausted thinking about myself lately. Aren't you? Yeah, I'm a little tired.
I'm a dad, I'm a husband. You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
I've never heard a straight guy say clocking. Like, oh, you're gonna clock me.
I don't give a f if you're on the sidewalk. I'm a human being. You're standing around my car. At the beach. You know what I'm saying? You don't think I'm a real f***ing guy, do you? You're gonna take this video out of context, you're gonna say I'm mad. I don't know who the f*** paying you to provoke me, but I'm not the f***ing one, okay? Stop provoking me. I'm a real dad, a real husband, a real man. So don't f***ing do this to me, okay? I'm not to be f***ed with. I don't know who's paying you to f*** with me or provoke me, but I'm not the one. I don't care what kind of dirty work, what kind of nasty you're getting paid in the background to provoke me, bro, but I'm not the one. I'm really not the one. Clearly you're here for an alternate agenda. Why would you want to be here to provoke me like this? This isn't love, because I'm not going to stand around here and let this happen. No sir. No way. No how.
Now, to give you guys some context, Justin wasn't just at the beach, he was at Nobu, which Nobu's pretty quiet. I've been there once. I mean, it was during the day too, so I don't think there were any like paparazzis there. It's definitely hard to get to from LA proper. So being out there, it's kind of a stretch. It kind of seems like maybe someone tipped off the paparazzis so that they would be there when Justin left the restaurant, because I don't know how they would know where he is either unless his own team is setting him up, which is something I do kind of believe is true. But it is sad. I mean, I feel like we're watching an animal at the zoo. I mean, at least that's how these men are treating him. And he's not an animal. He's a human. And I do feel like these are constant cries for help. I mean, we just saw Justin like a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, fighting with the same paparazzis. They will not leave him alone. There are so many famous people out there. I don't know why they are specifically targeting him, because he's having a rough time. It's giving Britney Spears 2007 all over again.
Watch out, guys. Watch out. Watch out.
Look at these guys, man. Look at these guys.
Guys, can you back up, please?
Look at these guys, man.
Yo, watch out.
Look at these guys, man. Look at these guys, man.
Honestly, like if I was him, it makes me so mad. Like part of me wishes he had like a spray paint gun and he could just like spray paint all of them. Like so all their lenses are just covered and they just go somewhere else. Is it illegal to spray someone? Comment below. Like, can you spray someone? I guess not, right? Justin Bieber's team told TMZ that concerns about Justin Bieber's mental and physical health are exhausting and pitiful, and shows that despite the obvious truth, which is the obvious truth with us in the room right now, people are committed to keeping this negative, salacious, harmful narrative alive. They say that Hailey is not on the verge of wanting a divorce or leaving him. It's completely untrue. But the way that people are reacting to Hailey on social media, I mean, if you guys were to go on her Instagram right now, so many people are begging her to leave Justin. So his team could say one thing, but all the evidence points to another.
Hailey Bieber clapped back at Justin Bieber's Mother's Day messages this year, but has since deleted it. This past Mother's Day, Justin had posted this: "Love you moms, but Mother Day sucks ass." And this: "Good luck today for anyone navigating Mother's Day." A lot of people were not happy about these messages he was putting out on Mother's Day, but he did follow it up by like showing he did a dinner for Hailey and whatnot. But it does seem like these messages did upset Hailey, because Justin posted this a day ago, and Hailey had commented on the photo saying Father's Day sucks ass. She definitely remembered his Mother Day messages. But now in the comment section, all you see are comments saying what happened to Hailey's comment. Not only has she since deleted it, Hailey did not make a Father's Day post, which fans definitely noticed. Under Hailey's most recent post, it seems like fans are conflicted. Someone commented, "Can you check on your husband? We're all worried." And a lot of people are saying that, guys, because in the last 24 hours, Justin has made like over 20 posts. Back to Hailey's comment section, another person says, "No Father's Day post for Justin. What is like happening? Like you're slaying, but he's decaying. Listen, Hales, you do you, okay?" And this all comes after the post where Hailey Bieber had originally mentioned going to therapy, but then she deleted it when fans started commenting about it. This is the original post caption where it said, "Lemon drop martinis and therapy all summer long." Some people thought this was damage control, like her saying like she's in therapy, maybe because of Justin Bieber, or like basically saying like, "I'm in therapy, I'm doing okay," but he's not. But she did edit the caption, and all it says now is "lemon drop martinis all summer long."
Like I said earlier, I'm genuinely concerned about Justin Bieber, and we're watching this play out in front of us. So while I would love to listen to these representatives that they're all doing fine and dandy, I don't believe them, because the evidence does not support that case. Our next blind item is about Blake Lively's buddy, Meghan Markle. I'm just kidding, they're not friends, but really I do think they would be the best of friends. This item reads that illiterate one didn't get the deal she thought she would get, so she can't afford to have real employees. She will have to go back to interns. This comment reads, "It's amazing how Meghan Markle and her family do not practice critical thinking at any time, ever." Elizabeth writes, "What I can't understand is why any serious person would accept a job with them. Having them on your resume would be detrimental. I mean, unless it shows that you could really deal with anyone, even the worst people out here." And to be honest, I don't even think Meghan Markle is that bad, but there have been just so many reports over the years of how badly she treats her employees, and I'm sorry, but I don't like people who are like that. My dad owns a small business. We grew up, you know, with those morals where you treat people with decency. And I think Meghan Markle thinks that truly everyone is below her. Like she probably thinks I'm down in the earth. I'm like hanging out in hell. because I'm so below her. Scottish Wildcat commented, I'm hearing that they had to let go of 6 of those fancy new staff that they took on recently. Mariana replied 6 more, 4 they lost yesterday. Which also, like, I understand being like rich and bougie and a big house and like nannies and all those things, but do you really want all those employees around you? Like, I like being in here alone and having my personal space. I don't think I would want people coming up and be like, oh, what do I do next? And I'll be like, oh, pick up my one shoe and move it from here to here. It just sounds like exhausting. But these aren't rumors. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have reportedly said goodbye to 4 more staff members. Sources also said that 2 others have departed from their team in past weeks, so it seems like their whole team is out the door. The latest shakeup comes after the couple faced hypocrisy earlier this year for hiring new royal court staffers to revamp their broken public image, including Meredith Kendall Maines, who previously worked with Google, Hulu, and American Idol as their Chief of Communications Officer. At the time, it seemed like they were investing a lot of money into this new team. They were going to have, it was going to grow from an agency of 2 people to a staff of 8, operating across 5 different time zones. So constantly pushing media and stories about this couple. Yet they weren't able to ever even do that. That sucks. If you are going to invest all this money into revamping your career and you don't even get a chance to like see any of that payout. And I wonder if these employees, this team of 8, ever even got paid. And to give you guys a reminder of how bad Meghan Markle is as a boss, here is a TikTok that summarizes some of the allegations made against her.
Recently, Meghan Markle's former employee broke the silence, recalling her memorable neurotic moments and accusing her of being a demanding boss. When Meghan was still a royal member, her press secretary, Jason Knauf, had complaints about her, having witnessed someone being yelled at over the phone and noting that she bullied to private assistants within a year. Even Samantha Cohen, the private secretary to the Queen's most trusted aide, left after 6 months due to Meghan's high demands and inappropriate behavior. While individual employee accounts might stem from personal grievances, the number of whistleblowers adds a degree of credibility to the claims, and the royal investigation hinted at the event's authenticity. Some members of the public believe Meghan's actions harmed the royal image, while others argue that as an American, she needed time to adjust to British life. Despite the negative press, other staff members have offered different perspectives. Meghan's former acting coach, Lizzo Mazzola, described her as very polite, eager to learn, and hardworking before she became a royal.
Now that is one job I just would not want to have. I would skip out on that interview. Our final blind item is about R. Kelly. It reads, the jailed predator took the drugs on purpose, and the story that someone gave them to him is to add fuel to the fire that someone is out to unalive him. Now, we all know R. Kelly is locked up behind bars, and he's doing everything in his power to get out, even creating these conspiracies that someone's trying to unalive him. Well, R. Kelly was rushed to the hospital. He was taken to the hospital after being given too much medication by prison staff. He's trying to build a case that the prison staff are trying to unalive him. In court documents, it looks like R. Kelly's team is seeking an emergency release from the prison, claiming that the Federal Bureau of Prisons is actively taking steps to unalive him. The government is denying this, calling this all made up and delusional, but it looks like R. Kelly claims that he was placed in solitary confinement on June 10th, hours after submitting a different emergency release. So it looks like every time he tries to get out a little bit more, they're just like, oh no, we're gonna lock you into confinement, which, holy crap, I just think I would die, right? Like, could you just die? Like, could you just die just sitting up? Like, I feel like if you put me in confinement and I was there for several hours without no TikTok, YouTube, without you guys, I feel like I would just, and that'll be it. And that would be it. It goes on to state that R. Kelly took a regular dose of medication on June 12th, but they were later instructed by prison staff to take additional medication. The filing claims that R. Kelly then woke up on, well, it says July 13th, but whoever wrote this must have done it wrong because it's not even July yet. So, like, can these publications go and check their work? It almost makes me not want to trust them, but he allegedly woke up the next day feeling faint and dizzy, and he had black spots in his vision before losing consciousness, and he was taken to Duke University Hospital. He claims that he learned that he had been administered a overdose quantity of his medications that threatened his life. The filing claims that prison officials forced R. Kelly to leave the hospital and return to the prison against his will and against the directives of doctors.
Lawyers for singer R. Kelly are working to get him out of prison this morning after alleging that the guards are trying to kill him. Prosecutors say the allegations have no merit, but his lawyers say recent developments prove their claims.
R. Kelly's attorneys say there is no doubt that prison officials want him dead. According to the new court motion, R. Kelly was in solitary confinement against his will and provided with his usual anxiety and sleep medication on June 12th. The next morning, he allegedly lost consciousness and was taken by ambulance to a nearby hospital. The filing claims Kelly had been administered an overdose quantity of his medications that threatened his life and required hospitalization for 2 days. Kelly's attorneys say the alleged drugging was in response to their previous claims of the deadly conspiracy by prison officials. The filing also states the hospital found blood clots in Mr. Kelly's legs and lungs that would require surgery and an extended stay in the hospital with blood thinners. But his lawyers allege officers with guns came into his hospital room and removed Mr. Kelly. He was taken from the hospital against his will and against the directives of the doctors. They added he could die from this condition, and they are letting it happen.
It also looks like R. Kelly's lawyer has a plan B or possibly a plan C at this point to try to go and get Donald Trump to go and pardon R. Kelly, which I think is pretty insane to imagine. But you know what? Todd Chrisley got pardoned. Can you imagine if R. Kelly was pardoned, Diddy was pardoned, all these people were pardoned? Holy crap. It would be, well, actually, I was going to say it would be a sad day in America, but geez, it's like a sad day in America every single day, huh? Really sad. Actually, I'm in Hawaii right now, and they even have protests here, which, thank God, because it's happening everywhere. But I'm in Maui right now at the moment. I'm actually having this coffee. It's Thai coffee. This is Thai coffee. Kind of tastes like Thai iced tea, but like coffee version. Ooh, it's kind of watered down now. Ugh, nasty. But thank you guys for watching Blind Item Breakdown all the way here in Maui. Thank you guys so much. I should be home, I think, next week, but it's been a nice little trip to go and relax and to see some new places and meet some new people. And thank you guys for tuning in as I'm traveling. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.